everyone, welcome back to my channel where I like to share any and all things that bring me joy, hence the name Sharelation. This is a semi-unboxing video. Clearly you've seen I've taken off all the ribbon. I have unboxed this for myself before, and I wanted to just make it easier to reveal because I'm just filming with one hand, and instead of like pulling off all the ribbon and taking everything out, it would just be easier to show this way. So this is part 2 of my 1 day in Paris journey that I spoke about in my last video. If you haven't seen that, I'll link that video down below. But in short, what I did was, since I'm working in London for the week, I had a weekend here. I took the Eurostar from London to Paris. I took the first train in and I left by taking the last train back to London. And then when I was in London, I only had maybe about 7 hours or so. I had to prioritize. So I went straight to, you know it, Hermes first. I went to 2 Hermes stores, the flagship store, FSH, and the other store, Sevres. I didn't go to the third one because I just didn't have enough time. So I'll talk about the story time of that in a moment. But first, let me show you what I got. Okay, so let's start with the smaller items first. These two may look familiar to you if you know about Hermes boxes and what would be in a box like this size. So let's start with the left one. So this here, if I just remove the cover, I will reveal to you another ring. This is the Hermes's version of their nail ring. I'm suddenly forgetting the actual name of it, but the sales associate explained to me like Cartier has their ring, their nail ring, the Justin Clou, and this is their version. So it's a very simple design. I have tried it on, so it's a little bit like not so shiny anymore, but here it is. Okay, so I thought it looked really cool. I've seen it on the website. I never thought of getting it, but I was asking actually for the other ring first, and then she thought I might like this based on what I appear to gravitate towards. So this is actually the second ring that she showed me and suggested that I can consider. This ring, I had my eye on for a little while, but really didn't need it. I mean, do we need any of these things? But I wanted to look at it, and when I saw the price in euros, I just thought I just have to get it. It's, you know, the euro to US dollar ratio is just so good right now. I had to just jump right on it. So it comes in this nice black, I think it's leather box, or at least it feels like leather. And inside you'll see it's a different kind of look. The box here is just like a dark brown material. I think it's leather. I'm not 100% sure. And this is just like a microfiber suede like touch. And this is the Ariane ring in rose gold. I've always liked rings like this because it's just so simple. This is actually considered a wedding band, but I really liked it because it was just so simple with a touch of Hermes there because they have that classic H there. So I said, let's do it. I'll get both rings. And then she said, okay, like what other things would you like to look at? And this is where a bit of story time comes into play. So I said, oh, I was interested in some belts, although at the end I didn't get any because it didn't really work out. In hindsight, I thought maybe I should have because the end result might be a little different, but that's just my guess. We looked at some scarves, but the scarves I was looking for were just not available. The pattern was available, but not in the colorway. So at the end, like I thought about it, but I didn't get the 2 scarves. So while I put this aside, I'll continue my story time. And I told her how, like, oh, I was just here on a day trip from London. I'm actually originally from New York, and I only had the one day to be here. And I tried to get the leather appointment, got rejected, and this was my only chance. So I really was hoping to get a bag. And she was like, oh, so sorry to hear about that. It is very hard to get an appointment. And I said, yeah, I know. And I said, well, is there any way I could even get a bag, even if it's not a Birkin or Kelly? Because I figured without a leather appointment, there's no way you can get that. In hindsight, maybe I shouldn't have said that, but I don't know. It's just my guess. So then she said, oh, let me see what I can do for you. And I really wasn't even expecting that answer. And I said, sure, if you can, that will really make my day, because I really just have a few hours here. And she said, okay, like what kind of bags were you looking for? I said, oh, the smaller bags, like, you know, Picotin 18, which I really didn't care to get so much because I just got one in Hawaii, although that was size 22. I said I was interested in the 24-24 bag or the mini Lindy, which I know that's really hard to get. And she was like, sure, I can look into that for you, but let's continue shopping. So as we continue shopping, that's when we looked at the belts and the scarves. And then at the end, she's like, okay, wait here. And we talked about what colors I liked, what was interesting to me. And I said, well, smaller bags, I kind of like a pop of color. And she said, sure, let me see what I have. I can't guarantee you anything, but I'll see what we have. So then she came back with this box and she said, come with me, which my heart started beating so fast, because she took me into a room and she explained, like, all bag purchases, you must be brought into a room. So I felt already so special. So she showed me this bag. Based on the size, I don't know if you can tell what it is, but let's take a look together. As I explained, I already opened it because I just wanted to undo like the ribbons and the stuffing, so it would just be easier for me to show. Okay, so in this box is a Picotin 18. Yes, I got another Picotin, but it is a different size. And I said I wanted a somewhat of a pop of color, but I didn't really want like a gold color because I just got one in the bigger size. So she said, this is a very, very special piece. I'm almost certain that you've never seen it. So let's take a look and reveal it while I continue my story. So you see here, this pink strap, and inside you'll see these flowers. So she said this is in Mauve Sylvester. It's hard to take out with one hand. Mauve Sylvester, and it's called the Printed Picotin. It's new from this year. I think it might be a summer collection because clearly it looks like a summer bag. Sorry, I'm struggling to take this out. And here it is. It is so cute and such a ladylike pattern. I actually told her I actually seen this before in person. So when I was waiting online in the Waikiki store in Hawaii, there was a girl that was right in front of me. She was carrying this exact pattern, color, but in the 14 centimeter size. So don't really know what they call it. They call this a TPM, so that's probably just called a mini. It was so cute. It was so small, like this big or so, and I thought that was really cute. I really thought about whether I should take it because I felt like it looked too much like a little girl, but when I tried it on, it was actually looked a little different. I was just wearing all black, so maybe that helped. It just kind of popped. And this is in silver hardware, so the lock and the keys are inside in the bag and the bottom. I'll show this to you when I continue my story time. And it is in the silver hardware, palladium hardware, and I'll have to switch hands to show you this. The date stamp Sorry, I'm filming on the hotel bed because I just really wanted to get this video done to share. So here is the stamp, and inside you'll see Hermes Paris, made in France. Such a beautiful pink color. And on the bottom, of course, you'll have the 4 feet. Okay, so let me continue my story. So she brought me into the room, and I literally was just so surprised that she actually did this for me. She said, oh, I was able to squeeze you in for a leather appointment because it's not so busy in the store right now. I got there a little bit before noon, and it really wasn't too busy. I mean, there were people around, I would say a couple of people per section of the store, but not like overly crowded. So she said, oh, because I have time, I was able to get you a leather appointment, but not for a Birkin, Kelly, or Constance. I said, okay, I understand. So when she showed this to me, she was like, this is the only one I have. It's new, it's limited edition. And I just had to take some time to decide. At the end, obviously, I bought it because she said, well, if you want to look at other bags, I can see what's there, but there's no Mini Lindy or 2424. So she says that we do have other Picotin 18s, but they're all in the neutral color. And she just thought because I wanted a pop of color, this would suit me more. And it's different, it's special, it does pop. So in the end, I did get it, and I'm looking at it more and more and quite liking it. Although I think it's very much like a summer bag, but well, who cares, right? Like, you do what you're comfortable with and what makes you happy. I maybe would even try wearing this in the fall or winter. So here are the keys and the lock that came with it. I think I do need to get an organizer for this. While I've been away, my Samorga order just arrived, which actually took less time than I expected. I ordered it like early September, around Labor Day, and it came just, I think it was on Thursday, this past Thursday, which was the, I think 20th of September, 21st, around that time. So I've heard that it's taken longer, and I ordered 4 bag organizers. So not one for this size, but I guess I need to do that soon. The reason why I say it is, you can see here, it is not Clemence leather. If I go closer, you'll see the leather is very thin and soft. It is Swift leather. The sales associate told me that only Swift leather, you can print something on it. Other leathers you cannot, which I did not know that. And inside, of course, you'll see like the suede lining, and it's very, very soft and very smushy. So I feel like I need to protect it and put like some kind of holder in it, because the handles will already fall in and dip in because of the way they're constructed, and it's thicker and, you know, heavier than the actual body of the bag here. So in terms of protecting the bag, after we got the bag, she said, why don't you consider a twilly? And she's like, usually people get 2 twillies, one on each handle, to protect it. And she recommended I do that because it's such a light color, and we don't want to ruin that, and you know, it'll be hard to clean afterwards. So I bought 2. I undid one twilly box already, but this is just to show you, of course, it's the classic twilly box, and I bought 2 of the same. So to show you this, they had limited twillies too. There was only like 5 or 6 to choose from. Luckily they had one that worked for this bag. So here is the twilly. I plan to use it on this lighter pink side. Actually, when you wrap it around, it will probably show both sides, but this is the other side. I think the lighter pink side would match more because it has, you know, the light pink and some of the beige color. I think it's a little bit busy, to be honest, but I'll try it and see what it looks like. I think it's better to protect it than to not. So I thought it was just really cute. And like I said, the euro to US dollar at this time is just too good to resist. So these were all the items that I purchased from Hermes at the Sevres store. Definitely recommend going there to purchase. I recommend going to the FSH store to just look around, experience it, because it is the flagship store. It is beautiful, but it was just so crowded. The chances of getting anything were probably slim to none, and you would probably just get like what you need to get at each section of the store. There's no SA that's assigned to you that shops with you. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions about this. I do need to kind of continue to admire this and see how I can work this in with my day-to-day life and my wardrobe and everything. So happy to do any follow-up videos on this little beauty. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to comment down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you do. And I hope you have a happy and healthy day. Stay safe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.